Sorry.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this recording. So it is a true pleasure and honor to be connecting and reaching you here through this webinar. So thank you very much for reaching out, asking for further information. We are here with our mastermind of female leaders here. We're quite excited to come together to really just show you what it's like to connect with like-minded people and the community that we are working with. But also just to create this nice little video to stimulate some excitement, some curiosity, but also to answer some of those questions you may have about what are our videos, what are we talking about. And so we invite you to hear us out, and hopefully we answer the questions you're looking for. So we have Charlotte. So we're going to be using this kind of a question answer style here. So Charlotte is going to come up and be asking us as a kind of a platform of leaders here. And as you're watching this video, please feel free to write down any questions, any comments that you have as we go through, so then you can follow up with us once you've done this, so we can take you to the next step. So if you don't have a pen and paper, go grab one, and welcome.
So Lasha, I'm kind of wondering, what exactly do you guys do?
So what we do is we work as affiliate marketers, and this is a way for us to work with a company selling a product, and as soon as we make a sale, we receive commissions from those products.
Okay, and Dorinda, do you sell the product?
Yes, we do sell a product. We're selling a system first and foremost, a funnel system, sales funnel. But we do sell a product, and as we sell the products, we receive commissions for those. You can either sell the products online or offline, but we have chosen to sell them online to have a greater audience and teach others how to sell products as well.
Thank you. Tasha, what products do you sell?
In a nutshell, we sell an ionized alkaline machine, and it just sits on your counter and screws into your faucet, and it produces alkaline water. pH is high up there, and we have it microclusters the molecules, so when you drink, you feel less bloated and you get more energy and all that. But we have videos in the training process that kind of gives you a visual, and 3 hours of training that shows you the product and talks about everything, so you form your own opinion on it. And yeah, it's a great machine.
Awesome, thank you. And Corey, what is the product? How much is the product?
So if it's kind of like a two-part system that we do have. So the one part would be the business side of learning how to do advertising and I guess promoting your product and that, and kind of the online marketing section of the business. So that we do have a cost, because, you know, we want you to show up and actually want to work. You know, we want you to be dedicated to, you know, building your business, because this is your own business. So yes, we do have a charge for that, and it's $99 US a month. And so that gives you a lot of Zooms, a lot of masterminds, which are groups that you come together. You know, for example, our group now, we train every morning on, you know, twice a week, I guess. And, you know, there's evening masterminds and Zoom. So there's constantly training. There's back office training that will teach you kind of how to market yourself and how to do videos and how to, you know, do the advertising online. And then with the product, there's kind of a range, right? So it depends what level you want to come in at with your commission. So if you want to come kind of at the beginning, it would be anywhere from, you know, 800 to 2,100, and that would be a level. And then if you want to, you know, kind of come in higher, like I came in higher, just because, you know, the commission was higher, and when I averaged it out, it worked out to my benefit to buy a trifecta. So that would be anywhere from, you know, about $5,000 dollars kind of thing in that range. So it just kind of depends on what product that you choose to buy and what level you want to come in at with your commission. But you know, we have financing and stuff, so I'll kind of let Lasha, you know, touch on that. You know, because a lot of people get scared with the pricing of the product, but you know, it's a health benefit and stuff. So Lasha can kind of explain the financial side of it.
Okay, thank you.
As much as you know, I always call it as an investment. As much as, you know, you may think of it as a cost, you're really investing in a product that's really high quality for your health and for that aspect, but it's also an investment in starting a business startup. And so in that saying that, there's a few different ways financing can be. So you could easily go to your local bank. You can get, whether it's a business startup loan, line of credit, whatever you want to do with your own personal banking. But if you can't do that, we also have through MediCard, because of the high quality product, it is recognized as medical equipment in Canada. And so there is financing that way. And through the States, there are also a couple financing options for you as well. So it really will take a look as to what level you want to take it. If you want to go in with a business plan and business structure to your local bank to start up your own business accounts, or you can start it simply by just getting pre-approved, whether it's credit card or other financing options. And so once again, that's going to be something on your end as to what you want to, what approach you, there's no right or wrong, but whatever approach you want to take it at.
Okay, thank you. And Dorinda, how much time is invested in receiving an income when you start?
Well, I think this opportunity is really good, because you can start in it, as several of us on this call are still working full time, and you can start in and you get out what you put into it. So you can spend as little as 2 to 3 hours per day, and that, or you can work at it full time. So you get in you get out what you put into it. So it's all dependent on you. A lot of people will start it as a part-time or supplementary income, and until they're able to replace their full-time income, and then they are able to quit their job and do this business full-time from home.
Awesome, thank you. Tasha, do I need to stock product?
No, that's what's great about this, and that's one of the good main reasons that I started is you don't have to carry inventory. There's no installation. You don't have to ship anything. You don't have to do any of that headache stuff for anybody really. And with me, I have a lot of friends that sell other things, and they have a whole room taken up of their Avon or their essential oils or this and that. And with us, your client, they want to order something, they fill out the papers, and we send it to the company we're involved with, and they deal with everything. They send them the product, and we have no headaches. So that's what I found great about this company. So
awesome, thank you.
So I do have a question actually for you, Charlotte.
Yes.
You came into the business, and you know, can you kind of explain a little bit? You know, you have sales experience, but you didn't have computer experience. Is that right, or kind of technology?
I can't do computers. I can't do phones. I am like a technology dummy. But I find that my husband helps me, but also the community helps. So if you're in need of any help, there's always somebody out there. I found that once you're showing, it's pretty easy. And I ask a few times. I don't get it on the first time. So
you find, like, do you ask in like chats or something? Like how do you actually, you know, communicate it? If you need help, do you do it through chats or Facebook, or what's? You can
there's chats that they have in the room. You can ask there. They also have question and answer webinar or Zoom, and you can ask that there. Or you can text anybody in the team, and they're pretty good about answering your questions back for you. But anybody can really do this. It's actually quite easy once you really catch on to everything. It's kind of a nice, cute little business.
And it's like healthy for you. That's
It's
good.
very healthy. That's what's important.
And I'd also just like to highlight, even though Charlotte thinks she's not very good at it, look at her here. She's here on the Zoom, creating and contributing and learning that skill set. So great job, Charlotte. Well done.
Well, thank you. Well, Lasha, when would I start seeing an income?
So an income really, for the first month for me personally, I just took that month for me to really learn the system. There is a step-by-step training within the program. And so I just allowed, it was a skill set. Like for me within my business, prior to this, I avoided all social media, all technology. I actually hired out. And so I just really honored my first month to take it as a learning curve, just to get familiar with what are these chats? Who are these people? How do I create an ad? Even finding my voice within creating my ads and opening up that vulnerability of sharing my story. So for me, I just took that first month just as my learning curve, but it's going to be up to you as to how quick you start seeing an income. In spite of that, within my first month, I'd made a sale. And so it really depends as to which package you invest in. I also invested in one of the higher end trifecta package. So I actually received commission right off of my own signing up. So it actually gave me a startup income as well. So within my first month of taking my time, I actually had already had generated enough money to actually pay my first payment and my budget as well for my advertising. So it is really going to be unique as to where you want to invest in, as to what level, as to how quick the income is going to be. So go ahead.
I just want to touch base, Lasha. So it kind of works that you buy 3 products, right? So you did that, same as me. And then what happens is that your 2 products are put under your 1 product, so that your 1 product is showing, so you get commission off your other 2 products because of the leveling system, right? That how it's the commission rate. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. So I was just able to move up the lanes a little bit quicker, which I wanted to be able to do. I'm all in all the time. So it's like, what's the best, quickest way that I can do it? And that's the way I chose. But to be completely honest, the product was something that our family would have invested in, whether I started the business or not. So that was an easy sale for us as well, is that we really wanted the products in our house. And so the bonus aspect of that was able to start a business from that. So yeah.
Corey, what success have you seen?
So first of all, I kind of want to say success is, it's individual. So, I think it's really important to say that you can't compare yourself in this business for the one sense, because you know what, I stay at home, so I have a lot more time than say Tasha, who works a full-time job and then has to come home and do this on the side. So it really varies on how much time you're able to put in, and it's really up to you because it is your own business. So for me, like the success stories, I like to just kind of say, it's individual based. So, you can't do a whole comparison. So for example, my brother, who I'm under, he had a huge success. Like he made over $165,000 in a year, and he moved up the ranks quite, quickly. And, he dedicated himself, he hustled hard, and, he had the mindset, and he actually, he really just like smashed out the numbers. Like it was crazy. And then there's other people who, takes 3 months to make a commission or a sale, but then they just, all of a sudden they all keep coming in because people started seeing their faces. Their ads started getting more traffic. So, and then our leaders, for example, he's over one of our top leaders, he's over $1 million that he's made in a year, so it really is a huge different kind of leveling. Like someone, one of our other leaders made, 91,000 in a month. Like it's ridiculous. And it's not to say that he hustled harder than anyone else. It's just how, your targets and everything that you pick that's in the training, it just helps you level out. And then that's why you have to kind of stick together as a community so that, you know, you can ask people for help, because you might have a rock solid ad, but then you need help with picking targets or whichever, right? So, you know, but for my success, you know, I started seeing income in the first month because I did, you know, of course, buy a trifecta. So I made commissions off myself. And then, you know, I just slowly started. So, you know, there's just an average of, you know, what you can do in the month. Tasha had a great week, you know, just a couple weeks ago. So, you know, and it's something that, like, you know, Tasha, so if you, did you kind of expect to have such a like huge week? Like, how did that feel?
It's pretty amazing when that happens, and it does happen. It takes time, and when it does, it's pretty amazing how you see the system work. When you go to that mailbox and you, like, my boyfriend pulls out the bills and I pull out some checks, right? Like, it's amazing, and you just become grateful for it that you actually were open-minded and tried this. You know, it blew my mind, actually. What I made in that week is the exact same as what I make in a month. And I'm an electrician for the past 12 years, a journeyman.
Wow.
So I made what I make in a month in 1 week with this. So, and I mean, I've been doing this for 10 months, you know, and, but you consistently pull in money, but it's not all about the money either. With me, it's like, there's so much personal development that I've grown and I'm learning just by reading books, and this whole community is just amazing. Everything, the company and everything, and meeting you ladies, you know, like, it's just, none of us knew each other before, right? So
that part's crazy, right? Like, it's really, you know. And so Lasha, do you want to touch kind of a little bit on your successes as well? Like, you are at home as well, same as me, and get to spend more time with the kids and stuff, and it's more of a blessing, right? So can you touch base on that?
Yeah, like prior to this, I was teaching all across Canada. So I was hopping on a plane every month in a new city, gone for a week. And just the quality, it was great while it lasted, it was, but the quality of life just wasn't what I was looking for anymore. And so the ability to actually work from home and on my own schedule. And so that's really nice, where I can get up before the kids, or if the kids were up early, I can stay up, or, you know, get a couple hours in the afternoon. Usually 2 to 3 hours is my max a day that I need to invest time into the business. And a lot of it is actually, the funnel system I like is that it's taken care of for me. And so a lot of it is actually automated. And so it's not dependent on me. Where prior to that, my other career, I had to be there. I had to answer. I was the healer. I was doing everything. And so this is just a really nice approach where my business is actually running for me 24/7 without me needing to be in that demand. And so just the ability to open my mind to that new way of doing business, and seeing that there is another way. So for me, that was the number one, is has changed the quality of life. I'm able to be at home with my kids. I'm homeschooling my daughter. You know, we're doing baking classes and business classes, and, you know, just the quality of life. And yet at the same time, there's checks coming in. There's people, I see such much more demand of women wanting to make their own money, and to be home with their kids, and to have that quality of life. And so for me, you know, just seeing that movement and the people coming onto my team being able to do that is awesome. So yeah, I'm very grateful for stepping out of that old traditional way.
Yeah, right? Like, it's makes you. Brenda, do you want to touch kind of on your successes and kind of just, you know, in that portion of how you feel?
Well, I'm still working full time like Tasha, and so I'm taking the time to develop the business, and what I'm hoping to, you know, supplementary income to start with, and then replacing my employment income is my goal. I've been spending a lot of time working on ads, and I'm really enjoying a lot of the personal development stuff.
Yeah.
There's some really great stuff, and some great books that are recommended that are really working good. And I think mine is, it's really taking me outside of the comfort zone, because for me to go on social media and do a go live was just the most terrifying thing in the world. And then you do the first one and you think, oh, I didn't die. It kind of went on.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm reading the book right now, The 5-Second Rule. And I think that's exactly what I did the first time I did my video. It was like, I'm doing it now, and pressed record. And I need to continue to do that. And I find I'm really growing as a person, and I'm feeling a lot more comfortable talking to people and gaining the confidence in this, and meeting lots of wonderful people. It's just.
And Charlotte, do you want to just kind of touch a little bit based on, your success? I know that you have, like you have your own team and stuff. And how do you feel, with having, the computer and doing all that? Like, what's your kind of success with the business so far?
My husband and I work on it, and I find that when I watch him do the stuff, it seems like it's pretty good. We've actually, he worked quite hard on it at first, and then we did our more sales and stuff, and I found that I think the most exciting thing is not so much the business, is meeting everybody and knowing that there's people out there that is a lot like yourself. You're not like, you kind of hide in a corner and stuff and think that you're the only one in the world that has these issues or problems or wanting extra things in life, but actually you get to meet all these beautiful people like you guys. And besides being, so I find that I'm having a hard time talking because I'm very shy. So
You're doing good.
Dorinda, do you think there's a catch in this?
No, there isn't a catch per se. We wouldn't be out here putting our faces out, sharing family stories, sharing stories of our successes in our lives, and being as vulnerable as what we are in this. If there was a catch, it's a legit business, and want to do some research on it. We can absolutely share the company and that with you, that you can go back and look. There is some expenses that in running the business. So, you may have office expenses and stuff like that, but we've been upfront and forthright with any of the costs that are in the business, and as well the commissions. I mean, you can go on to any one of our Facebook pages and you can see success stories of people that are the money that they're making. So, it's not a scam. There isn't a catch. There's lots of information, and we're willing to share that information with you, and then answer questions if you have them.
Awesome. Corey, how would I begin?
So we have free webinars that you can sign up to, and they're live. So you go in there and you, just type in your email, your name, and then you'll get sent a link on Monday and Thursdays that we have a live webinar. We just want to have that communication open. So if you do have questions, you're able to ask them. Or if you're just ready to jump in and you find, you like what you've heard, then we would send you a buy now link, and then that signs you up for the $99. And then you go into the back office and you start your training. So there's about 3 hours of training. And then you would set up your coaching call so that coaches can kind of run through and help you set your budget to where you want to come in with the company and what you need to do to accomplish your goals that you see. There's, it's money back guarantee. So you have 14 days if you don't like actually once you start the training and stuff, and you're thinking that this is not for you, we have a refund, which, because we want people who want to be here and who want to commit. So, that's pretty much how it is. Like, it's pretty easy, like the webinar or the buy now link, and you kind of just go with it. Right, guys? Ladies?
Right.
Yeah.
It's all up to you in the long run, right? You just pick what you want. Do you want that no cost webinar, which they'll talk about the business plan like we just did for you? And if you like what you hear, you just pay that $99 and training, get that coaching call, and see if it's for you. If it's for you, you're in our group, and how many people are in our group now? I'm not quite sure. 6,000 or more, or what is it?
Yep.
It's not just 5 of us. It's there's a lot.
So in our overall group, I think, there's probably about 6,000. In our direct upline, I think, what is there? Probably 300.
They mentioned the other night, Jesse mentioned under him, he's got about 600.
And so then so guys, like, you have to kind of understand, like, so that's our guy. So our mentor, just above him is, the group is 600. So under that, like, we already have a big portion of that. So it really is a community, and it's just unbelievable. Like, I've changed as a person. I've grown, I kind of learn more about myself, and which, you don't think you're going to get that out of a business. Like, you basically, I come from the corporate world. So it was like, you go to work, and you get your job done, and here's your project, and you complete it, and with being a type A personality, I find it I need structure. And so with this, I had to adapt a bit as well. I don't know if you guys did too, but, because they want you to learn on your own, in the sense that this is your business, and how is it going to grow? How are you going to grow it, and what's comfortable for you? And once you hit your comfort zone, then it's taking that next step and stepping outside your comfort zone, and knowing that you need to push forward, and you need to, like, put whatever you're nervous about, like go lives, doing videos, or whichever, aside, and think, this is what's going to be my business, and this is how I would do it, versus, working for someone else and them telling you how you do it, I guess.
Good job. Good job, ladies.
So do you guys have any other questions that people have asked you that we haven't kind of went over?
I want to mention with the training and everything. I know as well as myself, I'm the same as Charlotte. I never even sold anything in my life. I don't know anything about computers. I put the plug in to plug in the computer, right? So what I found great about this for myself is I knew what I wanted, and in my life, I don't want, like Corey said, the 9 to 5, the corporate world. I want to run my own business. I want to, have that life of traveling all the time and doing all this. But I was like, how do I do that? I don't know anything about computers. So with this company, we have, there's click-by-click training, which helped me so much. There's these 5-minute videos, module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, and that's it. And then you just go step by step, and you literally click what they tell you to do. And I found that so helpful for myself, and for, I think, anybody. And then if you had any questions, it's literally, you can just go back to a module and look it up. Like, that's what I found helpful with this anyways. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, Lasha?
Yeah, no, I think we've covered a lot of the core questions that I had. When I wanted to get started, I wanted to know, hey, what was my investment, and really, how did I get started? So I think maybe we'll leave you guys here, anyone watching this, if you're wanting to hop on board and move through any of that fear and resistance, it is risk-free. So you can contact whomever you got this link from, and we'll send you the buy now link. That will get you to sign up. It's $99 US. It's totally refundable within 14 days. Go through the training. It'll give you a whole overview of Enagic, the company that we work with. It's going to go over the products, and you get a free coaching call. So you get one-on-one attention to really ask any more questions that you do have, and then that gets you started. So if you really have any fear or resistance, it is risk-free. But we're here too. So hopefully you're taking any notes along the way during this call that you can follow up with us, ask us any other questions you do have. We're here for you. And really at the end of the day, it's your life. So I just wish that you take the time to create whatever it is that you're wanting to create. This is just one opportunity. If you're still curious, that's awesome. Keep on board. If not, thank you for taking the time to watch up to this point, and wishing you, you know, a great adventure. So thanks, everybody. And we'll talk to you guys all soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.